What's good, Grateful Gab family? Welcome into the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle. Y'all know what time it is. About to get directly into the daily verse. Before I get into the Sports Huddle rundown, it's been, a lot of good stuff going around. A lot of great days in between this, last Sports Huddle and today. Every day is such a blessing. And I just really appreciate this moment going forward. The information that I've gained, from life, through the scripture, through, information in the sports world, having conversations with individuals, gaining different perspectives, all type of stuff. I just love it, and I just really appreciate this day, and I appreciate this moment, and I appreciate Jehovah for his word and bringing it to me and allowing his Holy Spirit to be a part of me before I read it. And daily verse for the date of April 27th, 2024, derives from the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 13, and it states as follows. Go, then, and learn what this means. I want mercy and not sacrifice, for I came to call not righteous people, but sinners. Amen. And again, that's from the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 13. And this morning, ladies and gentlemen, for the Sports Huddle Rundown, I'll be going over NCAA Baseball Top 25, Major League Baseball, National Hockey League Playoffs, United Football League, NBA Playoffs, NFL News, and NFL Draft Rounds 2 and 3 updates, who got drafted, that type of stuff. And also upcoming events. Looking to have a special guest, my cousin next week. He's been on the show before, my cousin Matt, to be able to check out, to go over, discuss, the draft recap. How, he a Falcons fan, how did the Falcons do? I'm an Eagles fan, how did the Eagles do? That type of stuff. And, so far so good. So, shout out to the birds, and I'm looking forward to that. So stay tuned, and appreciate y'all love and support everywhere around the world. The Wizard. Okay, I'm going to stop being goofy. Okay, NCAA Baseball Top 25 from this week. Moving back to Thursday games, we had Boston College with the upset over number 14 Virginia, 8-2. We had number 19 Oklahoma State defeat BYU, 17-5. We had number 3 Tennessee defeat Missouri 10-1, and we had number 23 Alabama defeat Ole Miss 12-0. Moving on to Friday games, April 26th, we had number 14 Virginia with the comeback game against Boston College. Number 19 Oklahoma State defeated BYU 11-5. Number 8 Wake Forest defeated Notre Dame 4-3. Number 5 Clemson defeated Louisville 12-11. Number 10 Florida State defeated number 6 Duke 4-2. Unranked Troy defeated number 13 Coastal Carolina 8-6, and number 15 North Carolina defeated Virginia Tech 8-1. Moving into today's games, we have kicking off at noon today, number 3 Tennessee hosting Missouri on the SEC Network, followed by number 14 Virginia going up against Boston College at 12:30 p.m. on the ACC Network. Number 2 Arkansas is hosting Florida at 1 p.m. today on ESPN2. Number 5 Clemson is going up against Louisville. Number 1 Texas A&M is taking on number 20 Georgia. My Georgia Bulldogs, go Dogs. At 2 p.m. on the SEC Network Plus. Number 13 Coastal Carolina hosting Troy. Number 15 North Carolina hosting Virginia Tech. Number 11, Vanderbilt hosting Mississippi State. Number 17, Louisiana hosting Southern Mississippi. Number 21, NC State hosting Ball State. Number 23, Alabama going up against Ole Miss. Number 25, Indiana State going up against Southern Illinois. Number 6, Duke hosting number 10, Florida State. Number 7, East Carolina going up against Memphis. Number 16, Arizona going up against Washington. Number 18, Oklahoma hosting Texas. We have a doubleheader for We have a doubleheader for the Bulldogs and the Texas A&M. We have number 1 Texas A&M hosting number 20 Georgia. We need to win both of those games. We got number 24 South Carolina hosting number 4 Kentucky on the ACC Network at 6 p.m. We have number 8 Wake Forest going up against Notre Dame at 7 p.m. on the ACC Network. Yeah, the Bulldogs, we pull this off, we definitely going to be top 10 team easily. We got some good players, though. We got good defense, good pitchers, and we got some guys who hit the baseball very, very well. So, then followed by the Wake Forest game, we have number 9 Oregon State hosting number 22 Oregon with a head-on state battle in the baseball world, 9 p.m. on ESPN2. Followed by that game at 9 p.m. also on ESPN Plus, we have number 12 UC Irvine going to be against UC Riverside. Yeah, we need to win both of these games. Oh, actually, did I cover Friday? Yeah, so Texas A&M beat us yesterday, 5-2. I did cover it. I think I skipped that. So yeah, number 1 Texas A&M defeated number 20 Georgia yesterday, 5-2. Yeah, we're gonna bounce back today. We're gonna win both of these games today. I'm feeling it. Then moving towards Sunday, games kicking off tomorrow at 11 a.m. Well, at noon we have number 8 Wake Forest going up against Notre Dame. Number 6 Duke hosting number 10 Florida State. Number 13 Coastal Carolina hosting Troy. Number 15 North Carolina hosting Virginia Tech. Number 21 NC State hosting Ball State. Number 7 East Carolina going up against Memphis. Number 11 Vanderbilt hosting Mississippi State. Number 17 Louisiana hosting Southern Mississippi. Number 2 Arkansas hosting Florida. Number 4 Kentucky going up against number 24 South Carolina. Number 5 Clemson going up against Louisville. Number 18 Oklahoma hosting Texas. Number 12 UC Irvine going up against UC Riverside. Number 16 Arizona going up against Washington. Number 22 Oregon going up against number 9 Oregon State. And number 25 Indiana State is going up against Southern Illinois. I don't know why I keep saying St. Louis for. Excuse me, y'all. So make sure y'all tune into the Thursday Sports Huddle to get updated information for NCAA Baseball Top 25. Moving on to Major League National Hockey League playoffs. Actually, I'm going to get into the National Hockey League playoffs. It's been ramping up here over the last couple of days, also with the NBA. But from Thursday games, April 25th, we had the Florida Panthers defeat the Lightning 5-3 to take a 3-0 advantage over the Lightning. This is going to be looking like a sweep. Also, for the Carolina Hurricanes, they defeated the New York Islanders 3-2. It's looking like the Hurricanes are going to sweep the Islanders. I'm looking forward to them continue to have much success in the National Hockey League playoff this year. Hopefully they can bring the Stanley Cup to North Carolina. That'd be pretty cool. If they do that, we'll probably go to the parade and see that. That'll be pretty dope. Then we had the Rangers defeat the Capitals 3-1 to take a 3-0 lead. Also, we had the Canucks defeated the Predators 2-1 to take a 2-1 advantage in the 3-game series so far. Well, not a 3-game series, but a 3-game matchup so far in that series. Then the Avalanche defeated the Jets 6-2 to go up to 2-1. The Oilers defeated the Kings 6-1 also to lead their series 2-1. For today's games kicking off at 2 p.m. on TBS, we have the Islanders trying to hold off the Hurricanes and not get swept at 2 p.m. on TBS. Followed by that game at 5 p.m. on TBS, we have the Lightning hosting the Panthers, also trying not to get the broom and get sent home in 4 games. Then we have the Bruins going up against the Maple Leafs. The Boston Bruins hold a 2-1 game lead series in that. So the Maple Leafs are looking to even up the series tonight on TBS at 8 p.m. And then at 10:30 p.m. tonight on TBS, we have the Golden Knights hosting the Stars. And the Las Vegas Golden Knights are looking to go up 3 wins to 0 wins on the Stars tonight. Moving on to Sunday games, April 28th at 2:30 p.m. on TNT, we have the Avalanche hosting the Jets, the Predators hosting the Canucks. The Capitals are looking to not get swept by the Rangers tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on TBS. Followed by that game at 10:30 p.m. on TBS. The Kings hosting the Oilers. And the Canucks versus Predator game is at 5 p.m. on TBS. Moving on to Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball from this week, from Thursday, the 25th of April, we had... Thursday, the 25th of April for baseball, we had the Brewers defeat the Pirates 7-5. Major League Baseball. We had the Guardians defeat the Red Sox 6-4. The Twins over the White Sox 6-3. The Phillies defeated the Reds 5-0. The Royals over the Blue Jays 2-1. The Cubs defeated the Astros 3-1. The Mariners defeated the Rangers 4-3. The Rockies defeated the Padres 10-9. The Dodgers defeated the Nationals 2-1. And the Athletics defeated the Yankees 3-1. Friday games, April 26th, we had the Braves defeat the Guardians 6-2. The Royals shut out the Tigers 8-0. The Athletics over the Oilers 3-2. The Dodgers defeated the Blue Jays 12-2. The Cubs defeated the Red Sox 7-1. The Cardinals defeated the Mets 4-2. The Nationals defeated the Marlins 3-1. The White Sox defeated the Rays 9-4. The Rangers over the Reds 2-1. The Brewers defeated the Yankees 7-6. The Twins defeated the Angels 5-3. The Mariners defeated the Diamondbacks 6-1. The Phillies defeated the Padres 9-3. And the Giants defeated the Pirates 3-0. For today's games, kicking off at 3 o'clock, we have the Blue Jays hosting the Dodgers. The Rangers hosting the Reds at 4:05 p.m. today on Fox. The Athletics going up against the Oilers. The Mets hosting the Cardinals at 4:05 p.m. on Fox. The Red Sox hosting the Cubs. The Nationals going up against the Marlins. The Braves hosting the Guardians. The Astros going up against the Rockies. The Tigers versus the Royals. The Yankees going up against the Brewers. The White Sox hosting the Rays. The Phillies going up against the Padres. The Giants hosting the Pirates. The Twins going up against the Angels. And the Mariners hosting the Diamondbacks. The Mariners versus Diamondbacks game can be seen tonight at 9:40 p.m. on FS1. Sunday games, April 28th, we have the Braves hosting the Guardians. The Athletics going up against the Orioles. The Blue Jays hosting the Dodgers. The Royals going up against the Tigers. The Mets versus the Cardinals. The Marlins versus the Nationals. The Yankees going up against the Brewers. The White Sox hosting the Rays. The Rangers hosting the Reds. The Astros going up against the Rockies at 4:05 p.m. on ESPN tomorrow evening on the 28th of April on ESPN at 4:05. The Giants versus the Pirates. The Twins going up against the Angels. The Mariners hosting the Diamondbacks. The Phillies going up against the Padres. And the Red Sox hosting the Cubs. Make sure y'all tune in to the Thursday Sports Huddle to get updated information from Major League Baseball. Moving on to United Football League. United Football League for scheduled for tonight for Week 5 starts off at 7 p.m. tonight on Fox. So you have to check your local listings because both games are tonight at Fox at 7 p.m. You have the Renegades hosting the Brahams at 7 p.m. on Fox. So make sure you check out that San Antonio, Texas, West Coast area. And then the Roughnecks are hosting the Stallions at 7 p.m. on Fox. So I believe the Roughnecks are in Arlington also. So but one of them will probably be showing on the East and showing on the West coverage. Then for Sunday games, April 28th, we have the Defenders hosting the Battlehawks at 12 p.m. on ESPN. And then we have the Showboats hosting the Panthers at 3 p.m. on Fox tomorrow evening or afternoon. Excuse me. Moving on to the NBA playoffs update. NBA playoffs is here. It's heating up. Thursday games, April 25th. We had the Magic defeat the Cavaliers 121-83. We had the 76ers defeat the Knicks 125-114. And we had the Nuggets take a 3-0 lead over the Lakers 112-105. Friday games, April 26th. We had the Pacers defeat the Bucks 121-118 in overtime to take a 2-1 lead in that series. Tyrese Halliburton knocked down an and one for the Pacers in overtime for the win. So that's crazy. It's good to see Chris Middleton, but Chris Middleton had 42 points and they still lost. That's crazy. They need Giannis. As you can see, when your star player go down, or even when you have a star player, but you go up against good teams, it's not enough, man. You need these guys to, be available. Then we had the Dallas Mavericks take a 2-1 lead over the Clippers. They defeated the Clippers 101-90. And you had the Timberwolves take a comfortable 3-0 lead against the Suns. The Timberwolves defeated the Suns 126-109. Anthony Edwards dropped 36 points. So he almost had a double-double. He had like 36 points, I think like 9 rebounds. Like 9 rebounds or something like that. Or assists. Not assists. Let's see, he had 36 points and 9 rebounds. Yeah, he almost had a double-double. But still, man, playing, just phenomenal basketball and so early in his career. So truly excited for him. Truly, I'm rooting for him. It seemed like LeBron and the Lakers about to get the boot. So I can't root for LeBron no more. But I said early in the playoffs, right before the playoffs started anyway, when the Hawks got put out, I was going for Anthony Edwards anyway, just because he's from the city. I respect his game. I love what he's doing. Love how he's carrying himself on and off the court. We've all had to grow from things, but he's focused on being able to compete at the highest level and be dominant and be the best areas. And he's a Georgia dog, and I'm always gonna root for him. So happy for him, and I'm looking forward to his continued success. For today's games, kicking off at 1 p.m. on TNT, we have the Magic trying to even up the series against the Cavaliers. Followed by that game at 3:30 p.m. on TNT. We have the Pelicans hosting the Thunder, trying not to go down in a 3-0 hole. Then followed by that game at 6 p.m. on TNT. We have the Heat looking to take a 2-1 game lead over the Celtics before that series is shifted back to Boston. And then later on tonight at 8:30 p.m. on ABC, LeBron James and the Lakers are not trying to get swept and go home and be the first team basically out in the playoffs by getting swept. So that wouldn't be a pretty sight. Then Sunday games, April 28th, we have the 76ers hosting the Knicks, trying to tie up their series at 1 p.m. on ABC. Followed by that game at 3:30 p.m. on ABC, we have the Mavericks hosting the Clippers, looking to go up 3-1 in that series. The Pacers are looking to also increase to 3-1 against the Bucks at 7 p.m. tomorrow night on TNT. And then followed by that game at 9:30 p.m. on TNT, the Phoenix Suns are looking to not get swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I know Anthony Edwards and those guys and the Timberwolves and all those players over there, they're definitely looking to seal the deal tomorrow to get some rest, going towards that next series, but not to play with your food. When you see a wounded animal or wounded whatever it is, go ahead, finish it off. Don't play around with it. It could be dangerous, like a wild animal that's scared and something like that, and it can hurt you. So you don't want to be able to do that. So I expect them to do that, but we shall see. Moving on to the NFL draft recap from rounds 2 and 3 from today. From Friday. Truly excited. A lot more dogs came off the board in these last couple of drafts, the rounds 2 and 3. So I'm looking forward to discuss that. So with the first pick in the second round, the 33rd overall pick belonged to the Buffalo Bills. And with that selection, the Buffalo Bills selected Keon Coleman, wide receiver out of Florida State. So Keon Coleman is a 6'3", 213-pound wide receiver. Definitely a bigger body type of frame to be able to replace, go up and be a bigger target and give somebody for Josh Allen to throw. Now that Stephon Diggs is no longer Buffalo Bills, so they're probably looking to stock that their playmaker, their wide receiver room, or their offensive side of the ball here in the next couple of days and just in this offseason as the season continues to go. But moving on after that, immediately with the 34th pick in the 2024 draft, we had the LA Chargers select no other than one of my Georgia Bulldogs and one of my favorite ones coming out of this draft. Definitely think this gentleman should have been a first-round draft pick. Definitely think the Eagles really should have got him, even though we did do good for the defensive side. That's cool and everything, but we still need a receiver to, be able to grow and be a part of this team and be, groomed and prepped by Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Even though we do have those guys for a long time in the pipeline, but that's here nor there. We didn't get them, but the L.A. Chargers got a heck of a receiver in Ladd McConkey. So Ladd McConkey was drafted the number 2 pick in the second round. He was the number 34 overall pick of the 2024 draft. I'm truly excited for this gentleman, this young man, and I know he's going to go to L.A., and he's already comfortable in SoFi Stadium. We played there. He played there that year. We dominated TCU for the back-to-back national championships for Georgia last couple of years. But just truly excited for him, man. Just truly excited. Know he's going to dominate. They had him ranked as position number 7 in his draft for who he is. I think he's number 1 for real, and for what he is, his ability to be physical. He's able to. He has great hands, his visions, the route running. Like this young man is going to really, do a lot of great things for the Chargers. So I'm looking forward to be able to see him and see him fly around. And literally, when I play people on Madden, when I see them on the field, when I watch their games, whatever it is, I'm really have to start, tuning in to their games, especially this year with Brock Bowers going to the Raiders and Ladd McConkey going to the Chargers. They're going to be, they were teammates in college, but now they're divisional rivals. So, hey, get to see those guys go up against their defenses and both try to, be impact players and change the game like they know how to. So excited for them. Go Dogs. Then we had Rook Roar, defensive tackle out of Clemson. He went to the Falcons, 6'4", 294 out of Clemson, defensive tackle. Should be pretty good with the run. Then following that pick, we had the Washington Commanders. They selected Jaharzan Newton, defensive tackle out of Illinois. Followed by their pick, we had the New England Patriots. They selected Jalen Polk, wide receiver out of Washington. They selected Jalen Polk, wide receiver out of Washington. The Tennessee Titans, they selected Tavondre Sweat out of Texas. 6'5", 366, defensive tackle. The LA Rams selected Braden Fisk, defensive tackle from Florida State. Braden Fisk. My Philadelphia Eagles selected Cooper DeJean. We actually had a trade from Washington and Chicago, so we ended up getting the 40th overall pick in 2024 draft. We had the 53rd and the 50th, but we traded that with Washington. They got both our second-round picks. I was looking at that earlier about what happened, with the picks and stuff like that. But I was truly, truly excited about this pick. Again, not a bad pick for me. I'm not mad at the pick at all. I love defense. I love to be able to have as much depth as possible on the defensive side. And I think it's easier to find, veteran wide receivers for not too much in the market, So I think I like these picks. Getting some good high talent defensive guys to be able to learn behind Darius Slay, Slay and James Bradbury and even Keely and Eli and Avante and Isaiah Rodgers and all these guys I named the other day who's already on the roster and season and kind of have some experience under their belt, to how to transition to be a professional and play, football at a high level. So I'm excited for it. But welcome to the club, Cooper. Welcome to the family, man. You're a bird for life now. You're one of us, and we, you going from one bird to the biggest birds, and we appreciate you, man. We looking forward to your success on the field, off the field, and being part of our community and being part of our family as a Philadelphia Eagle. Fly, Eagles, fly. The New Orleans Saints selected Kool-Aid McKinstry, cornerback out of Alabama. Highly talented, highly scouted guy coming out of the draft, so I'm glad he got selected where he got selected. We had another Bulldog off the list, Kamari Lassiter. He got selected at number 42 overall. Dominant cornerback. Very sound footwork. Has great footwork, good hands. Not really a guy who picks the ball off a lot, but he plays coverage very well. Has a lot of pass breakups. Has the ability to where, when the quarterback is looking to throw it that way to their receiver, they usually have to oversell it or throw it underneath or kind of throw it away because he always in kind of position to, make a play on the ball to, kind of force turnovers. So he is, he is good at zone man. He has good speed, good hands, and he's able to, have good awareness for, the zones and man of route schemes and things of that nature. So I'm looking forward to his success going into D'Amico Ryan's led team, defensive guy, and coming out of Georgia. He's gonna try to do his best to put on for where he come from and where he's going now. For himself. So shout out to Kamari, man. Truly excited and happy for you, brother. Go Dogs. Then we had Max Melton drafted by Rutgers. Not by Rutgers. We had Max Melton drafted by the Cardinals. He went to Rutgers. Cornerback out of Rutgers. Max Melton. Jackson Powers Johnson was drafted at number 44 overall by the Raiders out of Oregon. He's a center. We had Edgerrin Cooper, linebacker out of Texas A&M. He was drafted by the Packers. We had the Panthers draft Jonathan Brooks, running back out of Texas. We had the New York Giants draft Tyler Nubin, a safety out of Minnesota. We had Jacksonville Jaguars select Mason Smith, a defensive tackle out of LSU. We had Chris Jenkins drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals, defensive tackle out of Michigan. We had Mike Senristil, cornerback drafted by the Washington Commanders out of Michigan. We had Zach Frazier, a center drafted by Pittsburgh out of West Virginia. We had Adonai Mitchell, wide receiver from Texas. Psych, wide receiver from Georgia. But whatever, he did go to Texas. He got drafted out of Texas, but he was a dog. He did grow more with the Texas, team and stuff like that. But he was a Bulldog, man. Forever a Bulldog to me in my eyes. I know in his heart he's forever a Bulldog too. But I'm truly excited for this young man and for his family. The only reason he went to Texas was for his family, and I gained so much more respect for him as a young man, but as a father, as a real man, and I'm just truly excited for the blessings Jehovah has given him, and he's able to be better taken care of and better off for his family going forward. Even though I know he had NIL deals for sure, but now he's in a much better stable predicament, stable position to be able to take care of his family. So truly excited for him and much success. In Indiana, we had you have my old offensive coordinator up there, Shane Steichen, as a head coach, and I know he's super excited to have you. And he's gonna pair you with Anthony Richardson. Those guys are there, and he's gonna get the best out of you for sure. So congratulations to you, man. Go Dogs. Then we had Ben Sinnott drafted by the Commanders, tight end out of Kansas State. We had Michael Hall Jr. drafted by the Browns, defensive tackle out of Ohio State. We had Patrick Paul, offensive tackle, drafted by the Dolphins out of Houston. We had the Cowboys draft Marshawn Nealon, edge rusher out of Western Michigan. We had Chris Braswell, edge rusher out of Alabama, drafted by the Buccaneers. We had another Georgia Bulldog, Javon Bullard, one of my my favorite defensive players on the team. I always have that memory of when he laid old boy out in the end zone for our against Ohio State. I'm not trying to bring it up, but it wasn't a bad hit, but he just it wasn't a dirty hit. He just hit him, real good, and it was like perfect time. He's a dog, he's a monster, and he fitting right in. Green Bay Packer, have history of having top tier defensive guys, and this guy he can fly around everywhere. He's a safety. He's a box safety. He's a coverage safety. He's coming downhill and he's looking to impose his will on people, and I'm excited for him to see him as a Packer, to fly around with those guys, to fly around with his brothers that are Bulldogs already over there. So I'm excited for that. I believe Quay Walker is over there as a Georgia Bulldog. So I think they're gonna they come from a similar class. Javon was younger than him than Quay, but he's looking to go there now as a professional and showing the ropes. And I know Javon is looking forward to that. So congratulations again to you, buddy. He was the number 1 ranked safety in his class, of course. Go Dogs. Love you, man. Be up. Stay up. Go Dogs. Blake Fisher was drafted by the Texans, tackle out of Notre Dame. Cole Bishop, a safety out of Utah, was drafted by the Bills. We had Ennis Rakestraw Jr., a cornerback out of Missouri, who was drafted by the Lions. We had Roger Rosengarten, offensive tackle out of Washington. He was drafted by the Ravens. Kingsley Sumatia, tackle out of BYU, was drafted by the Chiefs. And Renardo Green, cornerback out of Florida State, was drafted by the 49ers. Moving on to round 3. Round 3 kicked off with a pick from the Jets. The Jets selected Malachi Corley, wide receiver out of Western Kentucky. Followed by that pick, we had the Cardinals select Trey Benson, running back out of Florida State. Brandon Coleman was selected by the Washington Commanders. With the next pick, offensive guard out of TCU. With the 68th pick, we had the Patriots select Caden Wallace, tackle out of Penn State. The Chargers selected Junior Colson, linebacker out of Michigan. We had the Giants select Andrew Phillips, cornerback out of Kentucky. We had the Cardinals select Isaiah Adams, tackle out of Illinois. We had the Panthers select Trevin Wallace, linebacker out of Kentucky. We had the Cowboys select Cooper Beebe, guard out of Kansas State. We had the Falcons select Braylon Trice, edge rusher out of Washington. We had the Bears select Kieran Amagaje, tackle out of Yale. We had Jonah Ellis selected by the Broncos, edge rusher out of Utah. We had the Raiders select Delmar Glaze, a tackle out of Maryland. We had the Texans select Kalen Bullock, safety out of USC. We had the Colts select Mac Guncalves, tackle out of Pittsburgh. We had the Bengals select Jermaine Burton, wide receiver out of Alabama. Okay, Jermaine. He an ex-Bulldog, too. I'm happy for him, too, but he was a trader for different reasons. It wasn't family-wise. But it's all good, though. You know, people got to do what they got to do for their life. But I'm truly excited for the young man. I think he has, tremendous upside, especially where the value they got him at for in the third round. I think he's gonna fit well to have to learn behind Jamar Chase and those type of guys and these big name receivers that he seen coming out in the SEC. So then the Seahawks selected Christian Haynes, guard out of UConn. The Cardinals selected Tip Raymond, tight end out of Illinois. Blake Corum was selected by the Rams out of Michigan, running back out of Michigan. Pretty good fit. This guy has great balance, man. That's gonna be a good fit for what's her boy name over there? Sean McVay. Sean McVay and his team. It's gonna be a good fit for him because he like to run those type of schemes also with those type of offensive players. So that's a great pick by the Rams. Blake Corum, great pick for him. Good luck to you, young man. Then we had the Steelers select Roman Wilson, wide receiver out of Michigan. We had Zach Zinter, a guard selected out of Michigan. Three players back to back from Michigan. Shout out to them. That's great. That's great to have. Then we had Dominic Pooney selected by the 49ers, tackle out of Kansas. We had the Cowboys select Marist Liafu, linebacker out of Notre Dame. We had Marshawn Lloyd selected by the Packers, running back out of USC. We had another Georgia Bulldog off the list. We had Tyke Smith out of Georgia, a dog. This guy definitely has, he gets me that vintage James Bradbury type of style plays. Plays smooth, plays, kind of quiet in a way where he can come deliver the hit, but he plays more like I said, a smooth kind of type of, you'll hear disappearing coverage, but like he'll disappear to the quarterback in the coverage, but he'll be where he's supposed to be at. But he's so smooth and so, he flows well on the field that he gets lost sometimes not in the quarterback eyes, not to where he's supposed to be at, but like he's a sneaky good player, and I'm excited for him. And he's going to fit well with that type of scheme. Also with he can blitz great. He's very sneaky off the blitz. So and going to that scheme where down in the Buccaneers, they definitely like the blitz. So I'm excited for him. Go Dogs, man! Congratulations to you, Tyke Smith, safety out of Georgia. Elijah Jones was selected by the Cardinals, cornerback out of Boston College. Tyron Hopper, linebacker out of Missouri, was selected by Green Bay Packers. Jalen McMillan, the wide receiver out of Washington, was selected by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Adisa Isaac, a linebacker out of Penn State, was selected by the Baltimore Ravens. The Philadelphia Eagles selected at the number 94 spot in the third round with the 31st pick. We had Jalix Hunt, Defensive end, they got him classified as defensive end, outside linebacker. That's the type of style they coming in. Edge rushers are able to play the 2 technique, the 4 technique, and that 3 technique. So, a guy, he's looking like he's been able to get into the field, and he can, get downhill and be aggressive with a tackle and beat, and win one-on-ones and that type of stuff. Pretty good build. I think he need to probably put a little bit more weight on. He might be strong though, so I'm pretty sure he's strong. But like, he might got real good strength. He's 6'4", 252 pounds, but he gonna be going up against some big guys. But he gonna get seasoned. Going up against Jordan Mailata, going up against Lane Johnson, going up against all these type of guys that we have on the outside. Tyler Steen, these guys we have, Jack Driscoll. Even just learning from Jeff Stoutland, these guys, they're gonna get these trench guys prepared. So I'm excited for it. Then the Buffalo Bills selected Dwayne Carter, defensive tackle out of Duke. The Jacksonville Jaguars selected Jerrion Jones, cornerback out of Florida State. The Cincinnati Bengals selected McKinley Jackson, defensive tackle out of Texas A&M. Peyton Wilson, linebacker out of NC State, was drafted by Pittsburgh, and the LA Rams selected Carmen Kitchens, safety out of Miami, and Luke McCaffrey was selected by the Washington Commanders with the last pick in the 3rd round, wide receiver out of the Rice University, I believe. So round 4 starts today. Round 4 kicks off today. Later on, I believe maybe around maybe 3-4 o'clock. But stay tuned to that, and as the draft concludes and finishes up, I will have all of the information for everybody who got drafted from rounds 4 through 7 on Thursday Sports Huddle, and also be on the lookout again to be able to get updated information from the special guest. I believe it's going to be on Thursday. I had to recheck with my team to make sure that's the date, and then if so, again, I will have that information as more things come out throughout the week before the Sports Huddle. So I love y'all. Take care of yourself. Thank y'all for tuning in, bearing with me. It's a little draggy right for me right now. I'm about to go hit the bed, but I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Stay prayed up. Until next time. Peace.